This has gone horribly, horribly wrong. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel, where it is time to react to my Premier League predictions so far. We are at the halfway point of the season. Everyone has played almost 19 games. I think there's a couple of teams that have obviously played, 17, 18. But we are at the halfway stage, and it is it is time for me to react to my predictions. But before I do, hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and also please hit the share button. We are very, very close now to 1k subscribers. I did also notice that I think 41.0% of you who are not subscribed actually watch my videos, so hit the subscribe button if you do like the content as well. So thank you very much to everyone who watches the videos. Right, let's start off with 20th place. So the team I had in 20th place was West Bromwich Albion. They are actually 19th. Now, I'm quite happy with this prediction because, let's be honest, you have to say West Brom, it's been a very poor season for their standards. I mean, obviously, you have to say the Slaven Bilic was, fired after the Manchester City game and he became the first managerial casualty. But the thing is with West Brom, it's an impossible job because the thing is, he wasn't backed in the summer. Slaven Bilic was definitely not backed in the summer. I guess you could say Pereira was a very good, permanent signing, but even still, I mean, you have to say that West Brom, I think they brought Branislav Ivanovic, Kovanovic as well. I think that's his name. It's not been very, very good. They brought in Sam Allardyce. And I've said this so many times in my videos. This is the biggest challenge for him to. Actually, get West Brom surviving in the Premier League, because the team is average at best. The team is Championship quality at best. So definitely, I'm happy with this prediction. I am happy with this prediction. Obviously I predicted them to be 20th. They are in fact 19th. So very, very well done to West Brom. But yeah, as I said, I think they've got a bit of a struggle on their hands to stay in the division. So 20th place, I said West Brom. They are in fact 19th. So my 19th placed prediction was Fulham, and they're actually 18th. Again, another good prediction. So you can see that I've got 2 out of the bottom 3 so far. To be fair to Fulham, I mean, start of the season, they looked like one of the worst teams to have come up from the Championship. Defensively, an absolute shambles, losing I think 3-0 to Arsenal, and just kept conceding goals left, right, and centre. But you have to say, with Scott Parker obviously facing the brunt of this job, Fulham have actually turned a wee corner. Yes, they are still losing games, but they are not conceding many now, and and they have toughened up at the back, I would have to say as well. So that's a good thing for Fulham. I still think though they do need to spend in January, because they still look like a team that are definitely missing out on players, to improve that team. But yeah, I think I have to say, for Fulham being 19th, I mean, they've got a chance to survive. They do have a chance to survive. They are, I think, 4 points off safety, I think, at the moment. So another couple of wins, Fulham will be definitely there. And if you look at some of the teams that are obviously struggling, Fulham are definitely one of those teams that are getting better and better and better. So I think with investment in January, I think Fulham might stay in the Premier League. So we'll see what happens with that one. 18th place. I have had an absolute shocker here. I said Aston Villa to finish 18th. They're actually 10 places above where I predicted them to finish 8th. They are 8th at this moment in time. I mean, one of the things you have to say, Aston Villa deserve a lot of credit. The first 3-4 games, they actually won every single one of them, including a 7-2 win over Liverpool. So, it's been a very good season for Aston Villa. Some shrewd signings as well. Ollie Watkins, Ross Barkley, Emi Martinez. They've been very, very good. And with the likes of Trezeguet, with the likes of Jack Grealish, Aston Villa have made themselves into a very potent threat up front. You have to say Watkins, Grealish, sometimes Trezeguet, sometimes Bertrand Traore. They have got a plethora of attacking quality that Aston Villa have actually got. Yes, I know Aston Villa have had a couple of games postponed, etc., because of obviously virus, etc. But what you can say, they have been absolutely fantastic this season, and including wins against Liverpool, including wins against Arsenal, absolutely fantastic for Aston Villa. And the thing is with Aston Villa, they've really toughened up at the back. I don't remember them being beaten comfortably. I think their probably biggest defeat was probably 2-0. 3-0 against Leeds United at Villa Park. But what you have to say, Aston Villa have been doing a magnificent job. Dean Smith has done a very good job as well. And if they can continue doing what they're doing, Aston Villa fans might be dreaming of a European spot this season. Very, very well done to Aston Villa. And to every Villa fan, I apologise. I honestly got this horribly, horribly wrong when I was making my predictions. But very well done. Aston Villa are 8th at the moment and not 18th, like I said they were. So 17th place I've gone for. I said West Ham would finish 17th. They're actually 7th. Yeah, another shocker. West Ham, I have to say, start of the season, they did not look great. But you have to say, David Moyes has done a fantastic job. Yes, they may have lost Haller. Yes, they may have lost, Felipe Anderson to, players that didn't really play last season. But what you can say is that they've had a very good season so far. Made themselves really tough to beat. If they can keep Antonio fit, Souček has been a fantastic signing for West Ham. Also, Soufal, right back as well. He's looking very, very good as well. West Ham are absolutely fantastic. And the thing is, if they can continue what they're doing, they will be definitely in for a European place as well. Could they go on a wee cup run? I know they've got Manchester United in the next round, but that's going to be a very tricky tie for Manchester United. And, West Ham make themselves very, very difficult to beat. So, West Ham 17th. Yeah, I apologise to every Hammer fan right now. I've got West Ham and Aston Villa absolutely horribly, horribly wrong. So yeah, so West Ham I predicted 17th. They're actually 7th. So very, very well done to West Ham. 16th place, I've gone for Crystal Palace. They're actually 13th. Now, not too bad a prediction, this one. Obviously, the main thing was about Wilfred Zaha leaving Crystal Palace. I thought Crystal Palace might struggle this season, but to be fair, they are sitting 13th. They're clear as day away from the relegation zone right now. It's very, very good. It's very, very good from Crystal Palace. One thing you can say though, Roy Hodgson might be coming to the end of his tenure as Crystal Palace manager. I think he might step down at the end of the season, which I think it might probably happen. But what you can say is Crystal Palace, 13th place, I think is a very good, season for them so far. And if they play like they have been, recently, then struggles. They might get into relegation battle. But what I'm going to say is I don't think they're going to do that. I think they'll be absolutely fine. So, yeah, Crystal Palace. I predicted they used to be 16th, but you are 13th. 15th place, I went for Brighton. They're actually 17th. So, not too bad again. But Brighton, I think this has been said on many, many occasions, and in many, many occasions on my videos, you should be higher in the Premier League. I mean, the amount of games that you've either drawn or lost when you really should have won. I've seen like stats about Brighton potentially finishing like 5th for expected goals, etc. Deary me. But obviously we know it's not about expected goals. It's about points on the scoreboard. Unfortunately, Brighton are 17th and they're just outside the relegation zone. And big game for them against Fulham at the weekend. Tonight. Tomorrow, in fact. Big game for them. So Brighton, I think you have to say that you can only do what you can do, but you need to get better. You do need to get better, but it's not for the one for trying, because the amount of points that you've lost is incredible. So Brighton are, I said 15th, they are actually 17th. Newcastle United, I predicted in 14th, they are actually 16th. Now what I'm going to say is, Newcastle fans, yeah, I don't know what's going wrong with your club at the moment. Steve Bruce, I mean, the one thing you can say is Newcastle look like a team devoid of ideas, really, really poor at the back, look like conceding any time attacks come forward. It's not been a very good season for Newcastle, and the fans will be sick and tired of this. I mean, I remember Newcastle United were top four challengers, maybe Champions League contenders, as well. Back in the early noughties, they were fantastic. And look at Newcastle now, that it's mid-table mediocrity, unfortunately, but they definitely do need to get better, Newcastle. But one of the things I would do, definitely sack Steve Bruce, because you're not going anywhere with him as manager. I'm telling you now, you're not going anywhere with Steve Bruce as your manager. So that is definitely the case with this one. So Newcastle United, I predicted 14th. Burnley, I predicted in 13th. They're actually 15th. Now, Burnley, obviously, they won 1-0 at Anfield, so they became the first team to beat Liverpool in 4 years at Anfield. What you can say has been a bit of a season of struggle for Burnley. Financial troubles, they have been recently taken over as well. Sean Dyche has, done a very good job at Burnley. If he does go, then you would worry for Burnley. You certainly would, because to me, Sean Dyche is what Burnley is all about. Very hard to beat, very resolute at the back. They're very, very good. So Burnley, 15th place. I think they would be pretty happy about that so far. But you see, the thing is with teams like West Brom, Fulham, I think Burnley got enough to survive. So Burnley 13th, they are actually 15th. 12th place, Sheffield United. You're actually bottom of the league. It has been a season of struggles for Sheffield United. I would also pinpoint to the fact that Project Restart, they were very, very poor as well. They really dropped off a lot. They finally got their first win They finally got their first win of the season against Newcastle United. They are still in the FA Cup as well, but Chris Wilder will definitely need to focus on the Premier League for sure. Tough run coming up as well. I think they've got Manchester United. I think they've got Manchester City coming up as well. It's a very, very tough ask for Sheffield United. But what I will say is that Chris Wilder is Sheffield born and bred. He will not leave the club, I don't think. I don't think he will leave the club. I think, yes, there's been talk that he might get sacked, but really, I don't think you should sack him in all honesty. So Sheffield United, yeah, that was a bit of a shocker as well. I predicted you to be 12th, you are 20th. Leeds United, 11th place, I predicted you. You're actually 12th. Yeah, interesting season for Leeds United. Very good going forward. Very bad at the back though. Any game you have against Leeds United, you always have a chance to score. Haven't had many clean sheets this season. That is a bit of a worry as well. They've got a very good goalkeeper in Melier. Bamford has been very, very good as well. Yeah, they've been really, really good. Harrison as well. Alioski. Very, very good. But the thing is, Leeds United, this is very, very good for this, start of the season. To be 12th at the halfway stage is very, very good. But one thing you will say, they definitely need to get better at defending. I applaud what Bielsa does. I applaud the way he plays football. But the thing is, you have to be better defensively to survive in the Premier League. So, Leeds United, so far so good, I would say. First season back in the Premier League. It's great to have you guys back, but you need to get better at defending for sure. So we're into the top 10 now, and I predicted 10th. I predicted Everton. They're actually 6th. Yeah, Everton, very, very good. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's been very, very good. James Rodriguez has been very, very good. Ben Godfrey, really good as well. Actually, one thing I will say as well, they've been very, very difficult to beat, Everton. Carlo Ancelotti has come in. He's done really, really well as well. Obviously came in the last start of January last season and got his ideas across. And to be fair, Everton are doing very, very well. And they do have a game in hand over Liverpool. They could be above Liverpool before Liverpool play Tottenham. That's how serious that Everton have been this season, is that they've been very, very good for sure. But I think Everton will be very happy with 6th place, and yeah, just outside the top 4 as well. I don't think they would have imagined that, but all the talk is obviously on Dominic Calvert-Lewin. They have to keep him fit. They have to keep him fit for sure. So Everton, very good season so far. I did predict you to finish to be 10th, but you are actually 6th as well. 9th, Southampton. I predicted Southampton to be 9th. You're actually 10th. Now Southampton to me are a very, very good team. You look at like James Ward-Prowse, Danny Ings, Che Adams, even Theo Walcott for that matter. Southampton have been very, very good this season. I'm really, really impressed with the way they play football. Hasenhüttl is a very good manager. They'll be dreaming of a European place again, for sure. Southampton, they're definitely now top 10 contenders for sure. So I'm going to say Southampton. It's a very good start to the season. Halfway point, you are 10th. I think you'll be very, very pleased with that. 8th place, I said Wolves. You're actually 14th. Yeah, it's been a bit of a season of struggle for Wolves. Not helped by the fact that Raul Jimenez has got a fractured skull, so he's out for most of the season as well. Very disappointing for Wolves. But what you can say, Nuno, it's a good style of football he has. He has at his disposal at Wolves. They have signed Willian Jose to hopefully, curb the striking problems that they do have. But they have to be better. They have to be better for sure. But 14th place, really, really shocking season for Wolves so far. So hopefully they can get back up to top half for sure. But I think they will. I think they will. They usually do well slowly, and then after that they go on a very good run. Maybe they'll do that again. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll see what happens. 7th place, I said Leicester City. They're actually 3rd. Leicester City have been very, very good again. Jamie Vardy, Yuri Tillemans. I mean, some of the signings that they've made this season. Timothy Castagna, very good right back. James Justin, I know they got him last season, but James Justin's been very, very impressive. Also, Under as well, very, very good player from Roma as well. Fofana has been very, very good at centre-back as well. Leicester City, I mean, Sky pundits and the like will obviously now say that, Leicester City are not in the title race. You are definitely in the title race. You are definitely in the title race this season, but can you keep it up? I know you have Europa League. That might be a bit of a problem factor as well. But it's very, very good for Leicester to be 3rd at this stage in the season. So keep it up, Foxes. Keep it up, Foxes. I think you'll do very, very well to stay there as well. But hopefully you don't have a collapse like last season as well. But I've been very impressed with Leicester City, with the way they play football, with the way Brendan Rodgers has done it, and he finally beat Chelsea as well. So very, very well done to Leicester and Brendan Rodgers. So yeah. 6th place, Arsenal. They're actually 11th. It has been a season to forget for Arsenal Football Club. Really, really poor. Signings haven't really worked. Willian, that was a very strange signing, to be honest with you. Gabriel has been a good signing. At least they have lost Mesut Ozil now. He's gone to Fenerbahce. Socrates has left the club. Mustafi is likely to leave as well. So what Arsenal are doing right is getting rid of the deadwood, but what they're not doing is basically climbing the table. To actually think Arsenal were relegation candidates for a number of games this season was mental, absolutely mental. But I think Arsenal were definitely on the up for sure. Arteta, there was a lot said about him. Would he, survive the season? He's still at Arsenal so far. And I think he's going to stay at Arsenal probably until the rest of the season. Then we'll probably see what happens. But still in the Europa League, they are playing Benfica. That's a really hard game for Arsenal, for sure. They did relinquish their FA Cup as well. So season to forget for Arsenal. Season to forget for sure. But yeah, that's another shocking prediction for sure. 5th place, I said Tottenham Hotspur, and they're actually 5th. So the first one I've got spot on, you have to say. What you can say is, people will say obviously Jose Mourinho's style of football is not the best, but what you can say is getting results. Son and Kane, probably one of the partnerships of the season so far. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really good. the way they play football. Some of the signings they've made as well has been very, very good. Matt Doherty, he's been good. Ndombele is a new signing. He feels like a new signing. He's been fantastic. They have brought Gareth Bale back as well. So, Tottenham just outside the top four. They do have Europa League as well. So that might come into effect where they're going to finish this season. But what you can say, they have had a good season so far, Tottenham. So really, really interesting, season which is going to happen, I think. But yeah, 5th place. I'm pretty happy with that. I did think Tottenham would just finish outside the top four, and at the halfway stage they are 5th at this moment in time. 4th place, I said Manchester United, and in fact, Manchester United lead the way. Yeah, what you can say is that Manchester United have been very, very impressive. And also you can say that, Bruno Fernandes is definitely their best player this season. But you have to say, Luke Shaw, much, much improved. I remember this guy when he playing for Southampton. Signed for Manchester United, got that serious injury against PSV Eindhoven. But I have to say, he's been very, very good. Much better defensively as well. Martial, Rashford, Cavani's been a good signing as well, I'd have to say. We haven't seen the best of Donny van de Beek yet, but what you can say, Manchester United deserve to be top. They have been the most consistent team so far. And I keep saying this, something was said in that dressing room after the Leipzig game to actually, focus on Manchester United as a, to get to the top spot. You have to say that for sure. So, very, very well done to Manchester United. You are top of the league. Thoroughly, thoroughly deserved as well. And don't listen to all the rival fans, hating on, the fact that VAR is that, VAR that. But you have to make your own luck at times. And, they have been lucky at times, but you have to make your own luck. So, very, very well done, Manchester United. You are top of the league. At least I got you in the top four, though. At least I got you in the top four. Chelsea, I predicted you to be 3rd. You're actually 9th. Yeah, Chelsea started really, really well. Spent a ton of money this summer. I mean, the amount of money that Chelsea spent, I think it was £222.9 million. Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, Edward Mendy, Thiago Silva, Hakim Ziyech as well. There's a lot of players that Chelsea bought that it was basically like it's basically like if you're actually in like a shop and you look for the one thing you want and you just get it. You just get it off the shelf. I think that's what Chelsea have done with their transfer business, and unfortunately, it's not been the best. It has not been the best for Chelsea. Yeah, and they lost Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard was sacked yesterday, so really, really interesting how that's going to affect morale at Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel's likely to come in. Will he improve the German content? Because Kai Havertz and Timo Werner have not lived up to their names so far this season. Okay, Werner's got probably more goals than Havertz, but the thing is, Chelsea were very poor away from home. Conceded 50 goals under the Lampard era, so they have to toughen up at the back, because otherwise you may as well write off the season. I think to get Tuchel in now is a good sign. Is he the right man? I'm still questioning over whether he is the right man. I would have said probably, I think Southampton fans will hate me saying this, but Hasenhüttl would have been a very good pick, I think. But Chelsea, you are sitting 9th at the moment. It has been very, very bad season so far. 2nd place, Manchester City, and they are in fact 2nd. Now, what you can say is Manchester City have made one of the signs of the summer for sure. Ruben Diaz has been fantastic at the back for Manchester City. Very, very good for Manchester City as well. And what you can say is that they're getting back to the old City. They were beating teams left, right, and centre. That's one thing you can say, is that City are getting better. One of the things, though, you would say, though, they were looking really poor in September, October, because they were losing games. I think they lost to Spurs, they drew with Liverpool, drew with Manchester United, beat Chelsea. And they were losing quite silly games, and they got absolutely destroyed by Leicester City by 5-2 as well. So Manchester City to be second right now. I'm going to say this now. I think they're probably the favourites to get back the title. Just because of the squad and that. I know Manchester United are doing very, very well, being top of the table, but it's whether they can contain that consistency. I think City will be able to do it, but we'll see what happens for sure. And that leaves one place. First place, I said Liverpool, and we're actually fourth. Now, to even be in the question about being in the title race is incredible. Considering Van Dijk, Gomez, Matip injuries, Liverpool have not had a solid back four for all season. Even all the games this season, there hasn't been a solid back four for Liverpool. But what you can say is that the signings that Klopp made, I mean, Shimakasu, haven't seen much of him. Thiago got injured against Everton, haven't seen much of him. Diogo Jota has been the signing of the summer for Liverpool so far. Very, very good. He's a big miss. He has been a big miss, and that's the one thing you can say about Liverpool, is that they have been very, very good in some games, but see some games like Aston Villa away, that was a horrible result, and then they go to Crystal Palace and win 7-0. But Liverpool are on a 6-match game that they haven't won yet, so really, really disappointing. But yeah, I mean, look, I think you have to say that looking at my predictions, it has gone really, really wrong for sure. Now let's have a wee look at the Premier League table as it stands for sure. So yeah, So in conclusion, my predictions have been very, very horribly wrong. Gone horribly wrong for sure. So Manchester United lead the way on 40 points. Man City 38. Leicester City 38. Liverpool again on 4th on 34. Tottenham 33. Everton, West Ham on 32. Aston Villa and Chelsea on 20. Aston Villa, Chelsea and Southampton on 29. Arsenal on 27. And then Leeds United and Crystal Palace on 23, Wolves on 22, Burnley, Newcastle on 19, Brighton 17, Fulham 12, West Brom 11, and Sheffield United on 5. So as you can see, it's very, very tight as we go into the next half of the Premier League. It's going to be a very interesting end to the season. And it has been a season of where COVID, it's been terminated. Well, it's been dominated by obviously COVID-19, everything about it. But what you can say, it's been a very good season for watching football as well. So I've been very, very impressed for sure. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. A bit of a longer video today, but hope if you have watched to the end, and I do really appreciate it as well. But yeah, until then, that is my Premier League reaction to my halfway predictions so far. Let's see how many of them will be happening at the end of the season. Let's see if I can get any teams spot on. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But until then, it's goodbye from me. If you do like this content, please hit that subscribe button. Smash the like on this video as well. Very, very close to 1k subscribers. If we can get there before the end of the month, that would be absolutely amazing as well. But thank you everyone to obviously who supports the channel. Thank you to everyone who watches the videos as well. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, enjoy the Premier League football tonight. I think there'll be some very, very good games for sure. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now. Enjoy your Premier League midweek. See you later. Bye-bye.